Coming up next on Columbus Connections, we are talking poetry. Some of the youth from our area are taking it to a national stage. Stay tuned. Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt, and today we are talking poetry and spoken word. One of the great showings of a thriving city is its art scene, and also its spoken word. The way that we have youth and adults that are in our city that have that talent, that gift to put something of meaning, of feeling into words and present it, and put it from not even just in Columbus, but on a national stage. We're talking about Fountain City Slam. They've been doing it for a while. Mr. Jonathan Samuel Eddy, he's toured all over the universe doing his poetry. And they're doing some great things. We want to let you guys know about it and let you know about how you can get involved and how you can help with it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now tell us how long you've been doing spoken word.
I'm actually going on 15 years.
15 years. Why did you, what got you started in it?
It was my senior year of college, and I was at that crazy phase of not knowing exactly what I wanted to do with my life, but I've always been a writer, and they had a poetry slam. So I had 3 poems, I went out, and I won. And I've been doing it ever since. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great that you've been able to live your dream and do something that's really in you to do. You've written plays.
I have. I'm also a playwright, actor. I also make awesome grilled cheese sandwiches. I can add that to my resume. But I've been fortunate enough, especially in this city, to be supported. So this is as you mentioned, this is a hub of some awesome art and artists. So, yeah.
It's funny that, when you think Columbus, people may not always think about its art scene, but you got Columbus State downtown, that is one of the best performing art schools, recognized nationally. And you have, every year you have so many young thespians coming out. It should be second nature that the spoken, and then the art community, the visual arts and the sculptures and paintings, we're well known for that. So it's just natural that spoken word we're right up there with that as well.
Absolutely. I have, as soon as I got back from college, I was embraced by the spoken word community here, and it really afforded me the opportunity to not only be a part of it, but to start my own thing. So I noticed that the youth didn't necessarily have an outlet for poetry and spoken word here. There was a Springer Academy, which is great, but there wasn't necessarily a organization that was focused on poetry and just simply expressing yourself. So Columbus was fertile ground to start this 7 years ago. So.
Now tell me about Fountain City Slam.
Well, Fountain City Slam is a youth literary arts organization. We specialize in doing community-wide workshops that are open to all of the youth in the Tri-City area. We do monthly open mics, and we also do a poetry slam where we take a group of teens from this area to compete at Brave New Voices, which is the International Poetry Festival. We've been going for the last 7 years, and I must say that the Columbus youth are standing shoulder to shoulder with the kids from Africa, from Philly, from New York. They've won several awards, gotten a lot of recognition from it, both on the national level and the regional and local level. So the one thing that I do stress with these young people is that no one can tell your story better than you can. And they step up to the challenge and show out.
Gotcha. For those that are watching that aren't as familiar with poetry or with spoken word and may not understand the impact of it, how do you explain what it means to someone to be able to put their thoughts together, to present it to a stage, and to be able to just deliver that to people?
I guess for me, and I see it in the youth, I've seen it in myself, and you probably had the same experience, putting it on paper and getting it in front of an audience is oftentimes the first time that we hear our own voice. And it's when you have the audience sitting there and they're snapping and clapping, it's also often the first time that we realize that our voice can affect change in our communities. And our community could be as as small as our room in our house, as big as this city, or as big as a nation. So I would say that it's really recognizing the power of your voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now you guys are going to Brave New Voices this year. Where will it be held this year?
This year, Brave New Voices will be held in Houston.
Okay.
So it'll be held in Houston, and we have a finals poetry slam coming up on Saturday, April 7th at 2 p.m. on the Uptown stage in Uptown Columbus in the 1000 block of Broadway, where I have 15 bright, talented young people from all over the city, represented from homeschool to Carver High School to Brookstone to Columbus. It's a nice mix of students that are competing to be a part of this team.
Gotcha. So, and it's a way to introduce them to the city and let them be on stage, and to the people at home, a way to just get out and just see something different, see something new, support our local talent before they get to that international stage. I think too often in Columbus,
Right.
we wait till somebody gets all big and famous and say, hey, I went to school with his best friend.
Right.
When you have the opportunity that Saturday to actually come out and see what they have to offer.
And especially now with the political and social climate of the world, I think it's very important that we take some time out and listen to our youth.
Yeah.
I say this all the time to fellow teaching artists, that if we're not learning as much as we're teaching, we're doing it all wrong. So they have some awesome ideas, concepts, and feelings and emotions that are worthy of our attention, and we can grow from it. So that's another important piece that happens in spoken word.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, we can help you guys get to Houston. If somebody wants to help out, wants to donate, how can they get to you?
They can visit our website, www.fountaincityslam.org, and there is a donate button. They can also visit us on social media, Instagram and Facebook. The name is Fountain City Slam, and there'll be information on the site on how you can donate. And also, we'll have several fundraising events that will be taking place between April and July, where you can come out, meet the kids, make a donation, buy a t-shirt, buy a book. But for right now, just hit up FountainCitySlam.org.
Gotcha. And then April 7th is where the public can see the kids in downtown on stage on Broadway.
Yes, April 7th on the Uptown stage from 2 to 4 p.m. They will be down there lifting their voices and making some changes and some differences. So, yeah.
Awesome. Now you have one of the students here today going to give us a little snippet of what you plan to see. Tell us about him and tell us about what he's going to be doing.
Okay, Tristan Hankins is an awesome young poet he's not necessarily from Columbus, but he lives here. He's homeschooled, very active in the art scene here. He was most recently in the Springers production of Jackie and Me.
Okay.
I met him this past summer, and he came to me with poetry and poems. So, like I said, there's a point as a teacher where you're learning and you're teaching. So I've gained some things from him. So he's going to give a little something, a little excerpt of one of his pieces that can actually be found in our chapbook. We published over 25 students this past year.
Wow.
So that's also available on the website.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us the website again.
It's www.fountaincity.org.
And Tristan Hankins.
FountainCitySlam.org.
FountainCitySlam.org. And Tristan Hankins is coming up?
Tristan Hankins is coming up.
Tristan Hankins is coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bicycles are fun at any age. Just remember the rules of the road when you're out enjoying a bike ride. And motorists, when you're sharing the road with cyclists, use caution and give at least 3 feet when passing. Bicycles are safe, fun, and sensible. When you ride, be visible, be predictable, and be alert. You'll have a safe ride and a great time. Let's get there together, Georgia. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety and Georgia Bikes.
Judging our success by the number of likes we get on social media pages, starving for that fame no matter our name or age, it's sad, really. To watch people run from who they really are to be something they shouldn't be, like putting a right shoe on the left foot, it won't work. It'll hurt first. If ignored, it'll get worse. You say the shoe looks fine knowing it doesn't, but because you don't want to look dumb, you never change it. This is our new normal, sacrificing ourselves to get some acceptance, not realizing the danger we've stepped in. In denying who we are, we're killing ourselves, not literally, but metaphorically, killing our personality. They like the fake you, not the real you, so more than likely, they'll be the ones to leave you. Putting up a facade to mask the true self because you're scared of what'll happen if they see your real face, real style, real views, real passion. Let them shine like a star. Differences are what make us exquisite. The artistic, athletic, white, black, man, woman, we are all different, but different does not mean inferior. The minute you stop trying to fit in is the minute that you win.
Now that was just a snippet of what you're going to see April 7th, Saturday, downtown from 2 to 4 p.m. at the 1000 block of Broadway. Make sure you go out there, bring your lawn chairs, bring your family. You may have a kid who does spoken word, does poetry, and hasn't had the opportunity or has been too shy to let that out. What better way to let him see other people showing their brave new voices? See what I did there? That was cool. But Jonathan, you've been a poet for a while, but you've also taught and brought out so many young poets. Is there a preference between being the artist and being the teacher?
I would say the most rewarding aspect of my career has been teaching and helping young people find that thing that's in them that I didn't discover until I was a senior in college.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really good to give them this opportunity as soon as possible and watch them soar.
Right, and watch them soar. That's the thing. So if you are, and if somebody is watching that has a child, has a kid, or if they're a poet themselves and they want to kind of start and cultivate this, how do they get in contact with you all?
They can visit the website, fountaincityslam.org, or they can contact me. I also have a website, johnsamed.com or Jonathan Samuel Eddy on Facebook. Several people have reached out to me in the past that were interested in starting youth organizations, and I'm more than happy to help.
Awesome, awesome. We have awesome talent in our community, and we have to support it. We have to cultivate it. We have to show it. So check out these kids that they're going to be on Broadway April 7th, 2 to 4 p.m., and let's support them to get them to Houston so they can win at Brave New Voices. Thanks for watching. This is Columbus Connections.